What's up, guys? How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Can you guys hear me okay? Very cool. What are you guys up to? Yeah, it's a new angle. Hey, John, how's it going? Tracy, how are you? Hey, Craig, how's it going? Hey, Tim. Nate, how are you, sir? Got Shane, how's it going, sir? Tommy, how's it going? Rumor has it. Yeah, yep, I did, but I'm gonna be working though. I was just listening, so someone inspired me to go live. So yeah, I'm live. You guys working too? You guys listen? I'm listening right now. I've listed I think like 10 items so far in the last hour. Thanks. What's going on, Ron? How's it going? T Fredios, how's it going? I'm glad someone was inspired. Yeah, I gotta. You know what? It's a bunch of things that's going on with me. So that's why I'm inspired right now. I'm up to my pits and shoes. Yikes. Picking Vegas and beyond. How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by in the chat here. Working with numbers. I hear you, John. It's the fun part, right? Anyways, I got a bunch of stuff from my last haul that I'm going to try to start listing because this stuff needs to be listed, and then tomorrow I'm going to be doing my Amazon FBA shipment. So no eBay tomorrow, mainly Amazon tomorrow. See if I can hear anything here. Yeah, I have my other computer still hooked up. It's just that I wanted to, I don't want to be away from the computer without you guys seeing me. So that's why I used my other laptop over here. That's right, Kent. Yummy indeed. Are you guys phone listers or are you guys computer listers? I don't know. I just find it so convenient on my phone. Right. I'm in an odd angle. All right. Vegas becoming a ghost town because they closed the casinos. Oh wow, that's right. They closed all the casinos. Yeah, that must be crazy because that place is always busy. I remember going there a while back. Yeah, that place is always insane. But yeah, I couldn't imagine it being completely like a ghost town or anything like that. Former computer lister converted to phone this year. Nice. Phone all the way, baby. Unless I have to do multi quantity. Okay, for sure. What's up, Krillin? How's it going? Picks on phone, finish on PC. That's true. That's a good point. Especially too if you're gonna cross post too. That would make sense. Yeah, I feel better, Krillin, man. Strip was completely empty. I've never seen it like that before. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like that's what it's known for, going there. But yeah, I mean, until this thing is done, I guess that's how it's just gonna be, and then they're gonna keep doing more stuff like that, and you just gotta find other ways of finding other things to buy, and then yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Like I'm trying to find like source other items without having to go to a thrift store right now. Luckily, I managed to find some stuff, but I mean, to make it sustainable, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Look how ghetto this is. I'm holding the light like this, but I'm getting a new set of lights tomorrow because I'm only literally using only one light right now, and it's so annoying to just hold all the time. But the ones I got is like the one there's like that has its own stands. It's like a 2 pack of lights, so that'll be a lot better for me to list. Whoa, whoa, easy there, bud. Stuff's dropping over here. Try Bazart for life. Trying to get faster on phone, but desktop is my comfort zone. Yeah, I hear you. I used to do that purely on desktop, but I don't know. It's just being able to shuffle through the online on the phone has just been a lot easier for me lately, or for most part at least. I'll just try to list everything I own. I have. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to search around here, see what else I can find to sell. Copper State Treasure is good to see you. I'm about to source my room. Yeah, I know. You know what? I hear you, buddy. Harry, sir, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you guys really don't sleep. But yeah, on March, how's it going? What's sleep? I know, right? Kijin, how are you? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. This is what I'm listing today. It's a Levoit True HEPA filter replacement filter. It's got a 2 pack in here. I've seen these go for at least, I believe it was between 60, $70. Paid 7 for this, so hopefully it'll do well. I like finding filters every now and then. Anytime I can find a good filter, I tend to buy them, as long as they're for a good price, obviously. Hey Matt, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Hip replacement filter. I don't know what type of filter the heck this is. Uh, so it's for a specific air purifier. So the brand of a pure air purifier is the Levoit. So yeah. Hey Kat, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Tupac Shaker. Already got 1 foot on the stair steps to Camp Wakasaki. I see. Still sourcing. I'm trying to see what's available right now out there without having to go to like a thrift store. I'm making it work though. Like I still have a bunch of stuff I still need um to post over here. Oh, okay, you just spelled it wrong. I see. Okay. Going okay, up too late. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, this is the time I work anyway, right? So, Kat, you probably understand. Like this is prime time. Well, I made an offer earlier and they accepted it, but I just saw they canceled the order, even though they had already uploaded the. Oh, are you serious? Man, I hate when that happens. Man, that would be dope salt and pepper shaker set. Oh yeah, that would be. Imagine getting a salt and pepper shaker set like that. I would buy that 100%. Doesn't matter if it doesn't match with the decor. I would definitely buy that. All right, when I start closing my eyes in the chair, it means it's time to go to bed. All right. Have a good night, Ron, man. Thanks for stopping by, though. Appreciate it. All right, so I took the photos uh of my filter over here. I'm gonna scan it. No match found. All right. My prime time is in the AM. Baby just went to sleep. So I got stuff done in the morning. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, for all right, Harry. Thanks for stopping by though. Appreciate it. Tupac and Biggie salt and pepper shaker. Who is salt though? Good point. Maybe Tupac. Hey Mel, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's been a journey, I can tell you that. Now it's time for some other parts of the journey that I gotta focus on. But as you can see, I'm also listing at the same time right now. Let me see here. I like your logic, Tommy. Lobster, how's it going, man? Starting to think that shoppers are looking for items of survival. Changing gears ASAP. Sales for me have been that have sat for the last 6 months. Really interesting. Or G Easy. You'll have the hours in no time. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm still gonna be posting my regular, like my pre-recordeds. I should have one coming out tomorrow. Um, no, sorry, not tomorrow. Wednesday, and then I should have another one by the end of the week as well. BBC. You don't click video is click. Is it really? Like I got 2 dislikes on that don't click video. So considering it wasn't that very long of a video, I think the percentages of the dislikes was pretty high for such a short video. But oh well, it is what it is. I'll take those thumbs downs as a badge of honor. Today's sales artist set water bottle and soap. Nice. That's an interesting thing that you mentioned. Like water bottle soap, those are all, I guess, some sort of necessity. So if you think about it, it seems like those ones are the ones that are moving. Thrift Addict, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I clicked it because it said don't click. I don't know what it is. Everyone wants to. Everyone wants to not listen to the message, but hey, it is what it is. I guess it worked in some way, right? I saw the title for that video and I didn't click. All right, cool. It literally just I didn't know how long my wife was gonna take at the grocery, so that's why I just decided to go live. But it wasn't working properly. That's why I only ended up going live for like what 9 minutes or something. But hey, it was cool. I got to go live in the car. I'm not having hardly any sales on collectibles. Yeah, I mean the majority of the things that I'm selling right now are collectibles. So the thing um like what John mentioned, I think was it John? I think um that like I'm completely readjusting what I'm selling right now. Oh, sorry, no, it was Lobster that said it. And so like I've been putting filters in. I mean, like games, yeah, like for the kids, like that stuff has been helping, and I think that stuff has been selling as well. Like video games. My video games are starting to sell now. Gonna head out, Chris. Nice seeing you for a short bit. All right, Kat. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Natalie, how are you? Good to see you. How are you this fine, fine evening? Every day, I've had great success on collectibles. I mean, hey, it depends on what people are looking for. Then I guess. I mean, this is just based on what I was seeing. So I mean, it could be someone else's like sales, which is a good thing too. Don't get me wrong. I get 10 to 20 a night, Chris, but they're so they don't even realize most disappear link accounts by morning. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Bama slamma. There you go. So let's list this item: the Voight, uh, True, HEPA filter. Oh, HEPA replacement filter. So I'm just listing. If you guys are just joining in into the chat, I decided I was listing the whole night, so I'm trying to make sure that I get these ones listed as well. So hope you guys can stick around here and feel free to talk amongst yourselves. You can talk to me too. I'm still here. Also, if, I guess if someone wants to join as well, they can join too. No phantom buttons though, so that would be a great request. Hip replacement filter. I sell 15 things on average every month. Got hit with wow, two returns. Man, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you can get those sales to cover or make up for those returns. I don't know if Krillin's feeling good enough for it. I thought he wasn't feeling well. That's cool, Tommy. Appreciate it. Congratulations on hitting 1K. Thanks, Sonny. Great to see you, man. Hope you're doing okay. Man, I saw some of the things you were finding in the thrift stores. Holy, you're finding some gold there, buddy. Like you were finding fire items. Been getting lots of cancellations over the past couple. Oh, really? One item broke into. Oh, no way. Can you blame it on the shipping company? Like maybe you can get insured for that, get your money back and reimbursed for that. Pretty sure my return put the original tracking info on the return. It said return delivered at like 7 a.m. and of course it didn't. Yeah. Okay, is that the right one? Yes, it is. But these are white filters. These aren't black filters. Good bro, I have everything I need and more. Luckily my wife is a bargain shopper and got all we needed before she left to the motherland. Oh, that's good, man. Glad you're set. If it's priority, you get free insurance. Oh, first class. What? It already listed my item even though I didn't even put in any details? What is this demonry? I've been putting I don't know, have you guys been using that or tried that background tool, the background removal tool? Man, that thing has been garbage for me, at least with what I'm trying to remove. But there's always parts where it's not taken out properly. I don't know, maybe I should go Bazart instead of this background tool. Background tool doesn't work for you. Yeah, I know. It's like pretty much I think one time it worked proper for me and then the other times has been horrible. Like I'd have to readjust everything all the time. And then I was like at the point, okay, forget it. I'm not even gonna use the background removal tool because it's so annoying. Why does it always disable require immediate payment? Why wouldn't I want to get immediate payment? That's like a given. How heavy is this thing? 1 pound, 1 pound 15 ounces. Yeah, it doesn't work, Natalie. Like seriously, it's garbage. It's not my cup of tea right now, at least. I have on eBay. Hardly anyone uses both tools. The apps you can expand the image and tap to get closer to erase areas. and go back in case you messed up. I may have some Bazaar codes coming this week, Christian. Nice. Let me know. Rob, how's it going, sir? Good to see you. Rob, did you hear about WrestleMania, man? In the freaking Performance Center? Jeez, man. Does anyone know why you come on and been making vids? Hey, Dennis, how's it going? Oh, I did not know that. Good to see you, Dennis. How have you been? That's too bad. Yo, dude, any Jurassic Park yet? No, you know what? I haven't been to the thrift stores. Sorry. I'm still, when I get the chance, if I do end up going to a thrift store, I'll definitely let you know, though. Doing good? That's good. I've been listing right now. Feel motivated to do it, you know? 22? Wait. Oh, this is in inches. I forgot. 9, 6. Let's go with 9. I've been listing on .com lately. I find my sales are coming from .com as opposed to .ca right now. All right. And it's listed. All right. Next thing. All right. Dang, I was hoping to make totally different internet friend. Just listed a bunch of stuff myself. Nice. Where are you, GTA? Are you somewhere different in Ontario? No, I'm in the GTA. Yeah. It's been brutal, man. It's been brutal. This thing is in rough shape, but it works. Hey Anna, how's it going? Good to see you. Need some lives, Natalie. You do amazing for never doing them. Next thing. More toys. More toys. My streak of toys continue. Vice City, like GTA. No, GTA is Greater Toronto area, Tim. So like, there's a whole bunch of different boroughs within Toronto. Oh snap! Looks like we have a guest here. What's up, man?
What's up, Chris?
How's it going?
Going pretty good. I can't sleep, man. I got my girlfriend over here next to me sleep. I don't know, man. Just I'm not tired. My mind's going. You know how
Yeah,
it goes. My
maybe.
mind's just racing. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Just listing right now.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's good. I'm I'm motivated. I have a set goal of how many I want to list today. So as long
What
as I
was the
hit that,
goal?
I'm good.
What was the goal?
15.
Oh man, how much you got?
I think I'm at 10.
It's not bad. How
Yeah.
much longer do you think it'll be for the 15 to go through?
Oh gosh. Not. I don't think it'd be long. Maybe another hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it 115 like it is over here?
Yeah.
I know, man. I can't go to I don't know. I might just call out of work tomorrow. Like it's just so freaking. Normally, I average one policy a day, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm only got two items out this month, and the coronavirus is definitely affecting it. Um, so I'd rather be home listing 10 items and selling than even being at my day job.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm debating on whether I call out tomorrow or not. My girlfriend's not my girlfriend. My kid's mom's so lucky. Uh, Today they said, okay, you don't have to come into work today because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then they call her up and they say, well, you can work from home for the rest of the week, and then we'll talk on Monday. I'm like, you're so freaking lucky. Just sit there in your underwear or whatever your bra and just work from home. Come on, dude. Like, and I everything I do is over the phone because I never have really ever customers ever come in to buy insurance. It's usually over the phone anyways. But I don't have a 220 and a 220 license. I'm allowed to do it from home,
Yeah.
but I don't have that 220 license. I have the 440. I can't. I can't work from home. I have to have a 220 with me to work. So that's a huge bummer. But man, it's only motivating me faster to list even more. So I told my girlfriend too. She's off of work for the next 2 weeks because of school. She's a teacher. I told her, dude, every single day you need to list at least 6 items. That's your goal
Yeah.
because it's more of like I'm gonna see if I list 10 a day, how much I'm gonna average make, and that's a good clue on when I do go to quit at the end of the year, what I should be getting, you know,
I see.
or rough amount, you know. So if she does 6 and I do 4, that's 10 a day. And if I can get 2, 3 sales out of that a day, then that's going to be consistently $1,000, $1,500 weeks minimum,
Yeah.
uh, which is going to tell me, okay, then I can quit my job in December and go from there. Because it's kind of the point where I just hate going in. I can't stand it. I used to love the job,
Hmm.
but it's gotten to a point now where it's just not fun. It's a job now. I don't. And I always said if ever it became that point, I'd be done with it. So I think I'm there.
Okay.
I'm I'm just trying to figure out how I can stay around a little longer, you know, before I decide to like end it all and be done with it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely eBay money starting to take over my money from work. And but I don't know. Anyways, sorry for rambling.
No, it's okay, man.
Yeah, I was on a chat with Jody a couple while ago. because I wanted to. I don't even know if are we even live.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys being an admin in my Facebook group because I normally don't. If you know my Facebook group, I have it's just me, two co-creators, and then Bill Stoner and two other admins. And I'm at to a point where that group's starting to get too big now. I think that I need to bring two more people on. That's why I asked you and Jody.
Uh-huh.
Because you guys are always in my videos and watching my videos, and I believe a lot in you and Jody, and I think you guys are going to do good things. So I was like, I definitely trust these guys coming in and help and take care of the group because that's huge to me. That's my little baby, man. That to me is more important than my YouTube. That was like my little think tank that turned in from 0 subscribers into 25,000 now. So and it's a good group of people. We try to keep it drama free.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you can be part of the Thrift and Lounge family.
Any way you can help, man.
Of course.
Got you.
Yeah. Who are you having on tomorrow night? Or actually, yeah, tonight. Actually, it's Tuesday.
Oh, I mean, Jody's the one that like introduced me to this guy. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like, what the hell? Who's this guy? I've never heard of him. His name is Max Profit.
Max Profit?
Yeah, have you heard of him?
No, but I'll watch his videos.
Yeah, he's got like a crazy accent and stuff. It's awesome though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is it like Millionaire Militaria? The guy goes airsoft. Is it like
No, no,
that?
no. This
Or is
guy's
it?
more of like a kind of like an Austrian, like literally like an Arnold type
Oh,
of
okay.
accent. It's
That's
like,
cool.
he's like, I gotta go open my storage locker.
Open it or bust into it.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly though, it's I've been watching him. He's pretty cool though. He's a cool guy.
I'll definitely be watching, and then I'll be on for a little bit. Glass City Pickers tomorrow night. I like them. I like Glass City Picker and Buffalo Picker. You watch them, right?
Yeah, I try to make their. I mean, man, there's so many lives that go on all at
Crazy.
the same time, right? So especially now with this whole thing going on, I've been noticing there's a lot more lives going on. But I mean, you just got to do what you got to do if you can make it. I try to make as many as I can.
Yeah.
You can't make time for everyone, right? You got to make time for yourself too at the same time.
I think it's good. I don't know. Has it? Because when I left before, we all had set times and days that we did our lives because there wasn't many
Yeah.
people part of the community back then. Now,
Yeah.
nowadays, has it always been like that, or is it just recently feel like it's been getting bigger than lately?
No, you know what I mean. It's a lot of everything. I mean, there's so many. I'm pretty sure there's so many variables that is causing everyone to do more of these lives, but it's. I mean, it hasn't been too crazy. I mean, there's a set. I'm sure there's a set schedule between some lives that go on at specific times all the time, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Like it is what it is now. There's just so many lives going on now. It's whatever you find is your cup of tea, then that's the one you're gonna go to.
yeah. I guess you understand that. Have you seen? Didn't I put you guys on to that old guy that like lives out of his van and he thrifts? He is super hilarious. I think it's like Old Man Picker or something. It's this dude. He like constantly smokes cigarettes, lives out of his like 1980s van, and he just resells and thrifts. But he is super hilarious, and it's different.
Yeah,
And I'll figure out his name and I'll send it to you later on. But he seems like a really cool dude. I'd like to get him on one of our Wednesday reseller reunion videos. I
yeah,
think he'd be a really cool get and a funny guy. He just seems like a happy-go-lucky guy. Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but he's funny as hell. Oh, I can see it.
yeah.
You can see the comments in here on the mobile.
I think so. I've never been on my phone through it, so I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's Swift Sellers. How's it going?
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
damn,
cool.
it is hard to keep up with everyone.
Yeah.
So pretty much guaranteed to keep my job. A recession changes when we're low income. Yeah, Wendy, it's especially my job. The majority of our sales rely heavily on live events, and so because all these live events are getting canceled, we're just losing pretty much almost 100% of our revenue. It's insane. Like we're relying right now, I believe, on trying to find other verticals as well as other like future events that are going to go on that are currently people are still currently buying tickets for. Because right now, like the whole NHL, the whole NBA thing is all postponed for the meantime.
Yeah, I'm bummed, man. I just got news that the Bristol race I'm supposed to go to on April 4th or 5th, that's been postponed to a later date. Um, so I was bummed about that, but we're still going to take the trip because we need a vacation. So we're still going to go to Tennessee and have a good time. Um, I was on Daily Refinement, Chris's hangout tonight, and he says that I don't know if you watched it, but he's quarantined in San Francisco.
Yeah,
And
they put a huge lockdown on in San Francisco.
they literally put a lockdown on his wife, and they quarantined her all day today at her job.
Oh wow.
It's freaking ridiculous. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, Rob, I said it to you first. I asked you first. Did you hear about WrestleMania? Like that's horrible. Like it's sad to see. Like they're can't like they're not canceling it, but it's gonna be in like the performance center, I think. So like there's no crowd or anything. It's literally just the guys in like a yeah. Like they're supposed to. They usually get what 60, 70,000 people
Yep.
in every WrestleMania, right? It's like a Super
They
Bowl.
always sell out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the guy's name. Jason Efford. Thank you. Groovy Van Picker. That is the guy, Chris, I was telling you about.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, Groovy Van Picker. Guy is hilarious. Cajun reseller. Kevin, how are you going to do in NASCAR season now? Well, I'm still going to go to Tennessee. I think we'll probably go back because we're going to have replacement tickets anyways for Bristol. So we'll probably go back later on the year. But my thing is, I also have Charlotte coming up in May 23rd. So that's coming up the following month. I'm hoping nothing happens to that because that's the Coke 600, and I love going to that race. So I don't know. It's crazy right now.
It is, man. It is. So
Tommy said my friend had a concert 2 days ago, and they had to live stream it instead of no crowds. So damn weird. That's
yeah,
nuts.
it is, man. I would think it would be absolutely weird because like that crowd is like one thing a band feeds off of, and like to have no crowd at all is like it's definitely a lot weirder for sure. I would think.
Yeah. I think it'd be the same thing for sports, though. My thing would be like, do you think it'd be easier without a crowd or better like with a crowd? Like, you know what I mean? Like more pressure or less pressure?
No, it
Because I
would be.
haven't done that since like high school.
You know what? I think these players have been trained to work with or to play with a crowd, never
Yeah,
alone. So they feed off of that, especially for the home team. Like
definitely.
you have the like going to. I'm sure I've never been to like an NCAA game or a March Madness game, but like I'm sure it's going to be insane in like those types of games because that's the type of atmosphere you want during a game. You don't want to have no one in there, man. It doesn't like a lot of the time that's what makes the NCAA like it's the crowd.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Um, Man, if I think when I was playing sports, uh, I felt the same way. I love the crowd. I like shutting up the crowd. I like playing in front of the whole crowd. I think that was fun. I did basketball, wrestling,
Yeah,
and I did football for like a year or two in high school.
nice.
Yeah,
Do I have toilet paper? I have plenty actually.
I just got some today. My kid's mom, she bought it for me. She's like, they have toilet paper at Publix. I'm like, grab me too, because they're like, it's so far and few between right now for that
Yeah.
around here.
Because
It's not.
you know where I buy mines? I buy mines not at a grocery store or like at a Walmart. I actually go to like hardware stores and they have toilet paper. They had tons of it. And paper towel. They had tons of it. I had no
Yeah,
problem getting it there. So I bought two. I don't need 10.
yeah. I think there should be like, get what you need.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
don't be hoarding the stuff. The guy, I guess, that got caught with that 17,000 things of
Yeah.
sanitizer, that blew up in his face, and he actually donated it all. Whew, that's a
Yeah, I
big,
heard he donated them.
yeah, because it was that was not good look for them. I don't know how they thought it was going to turn out by doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
crazy.
AJ, maybe they can give you some of your money back on that. Like if you got like a specific sports package or something in your cable, maybe they can reimburse you because like obviously you can't watch sports.
They should,
Yeah.
but you know, with these cable companies, are another world.
Yeah, that's true.
They do things that they want to do themselves. They
Rossi
raise rates
Max
and everything.
I mean that's a good win for you, Kent, because then it's yours for the picking.
Scrimmage. Dapper Tiger goes scrimmage.
It is technically, yeah, if you think about it.
Yeah,
Just a serious scrimmage.
shirts first skins.
TJ Maxx is like it's a store where like a lot of you see a lot of brand name clothing in there at a discounted price.
Yeah, it's like a Marshalls or Bell's Outlet.
I'm not sure if
Or
they have anything like that in Australia though. Like what's to compare it to?
yeah, I'd like to go to one of those boot sales, the car boot sales.
Oh
That'd be
yeah, yeah,
fun.
yeah.
I'd never even heard of those things until I started coming around this community.
Cajun's asking if you're sore from your basketball game.
Oh, I played Friday night for the first time in like a year over here. I brought my kids to the basketball court,
Yeah,
and I ended up playing with some kids, some bigger kids. And dude, I was lucky I didn't have a few ankle busters, man. I was wearing more like sneakers and not my basketball shoes. So
yeah.
there was a few times where I thought I was going to roll my ankle. But man, I'm getting old, man. I'm 35 years old now. My body's breaking down, I feel, but I also need to go back to do more jujitsu again. I miss jujitsu. That was a really good workout, mentally and physically. You know, it really taught me about having my back against the wall
Yeah.
and getting choked for it. But man, it's fun. It's like a chess game, dude. You got to think 5, 6 steps ahead before that person thinks. Hey, what's up, Tesla Picker?
Hey, how's it going, man? Thanks for
Yeah,
stopping by.
he's got a good channel.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen his videos. They're really good.
Yeah, we had him on last Wednesday. He was good to talk to. Really knows his stuff.
Yeah,
Dapper Tiger says I love jujitsu. Yeah. It's really good for your breathing too.
gotta learn to fall a lot too.
Oh yeah. Especially if we do judo. Those judo throws will hurt you, especially
Oh
as a
yeah,
30 man. Oh, that sucks.
I remember when Ronda Rousey was doing a lot of those to those girls. Man, they look like they look really hard.
Dude, it's so weird the way you set your position up to do an over under, and
Yeah,
then you kind of got to put your butt up against their hip and then push your butt up on them. And then at the same time, you got to have your hands placed underneath the armpit and then above on their shoulder, but you also have tight grip. Man,
yeah.
I got tossed around by this our black belt teacher, really nice guy, clever. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and judo, but he was I think he was a champion for some region in Brazil. He was really good at judo, and he also was a professional soccer player. But man, I asked him to do one of the moves. I forget the name of it. And dude, he did it to me. Let's see, I broke half my big toenail off,
Oh
and
man.
I broke off one of my pinky nails
Oh
because
man.
the way he threw me, I didn't know how to. The way someone throws you in a judo throw, you don't have much time to react on how you're gonna land. So the way he did it to me, I didn't think he was gonna do a full toss, and he tossed me, dude. And I think I got my lip cut too from it. But dude, that stuff's no joke. Judo is ridiculous, but it's great if you can do a judo game in jiu-jitsu.
Hmm.
You do a jiu-jitsu competition. It's only going to further your jiu-jitsu in the competition because it's going to teach you how to engage and then throw
Yeah.
to get to the ground, and then jiu-jitsu is all ground game.
Right.
So anyway, sorry to get off subject. That's just that's how I am.
No, that's cool, man. It's cool.
Hey, what's up over the years?
Tim, how's your listing going, man? Are you getting them done? I'm holding you accountable, sir. Just like me, I'm going to be accountable to myself, and I appreciate you guys for holding me accountable, making sure I list my stuff.
Yeah, that's what's good about this stuff, man, is being able to have that positive energy and being like, okay, well, I'm motivated to work today.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man. Dude, I can't believe the people I'm going to be getting on here in the next few weeks on my channel. I'm just stoked.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm hoping, dude, you can pop on and come on for a little bit and ask those some questions, man, because I'd love for you to cross promote yourself with them and maybe get them on your guys' live. That's what I was telling Jody a little while ago. You know?
Yeah. It's hard for me though, man. Like a lot of the time, the only time I'm really free is late at night. So like
Yeah.
usually the times that you guys are live is like prime time, 8 o'clock or something, or 9 o'clock, and like I got to put my daughter to bed, so that's why it's hard, man. But I mean, if I like Tuesday is really the only true day I can actually get away with it because we have that Canadian roundtable thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm trying to work with like when I do my interviews now, I'm trying to put them in the afternoon now as opposed to at night because I don't want to affect what's going on with the regular routine going on at night.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do is set up a set schedule. So
But I mean,
I had
I'm
3
always on the phone anyway, so I'm like I'll be in the chats if anything. Like that's
Yeah, but I would definitely love to have you guys definitely come on again. And I'm sure I could say something to them, try to get you on their channels and stuff, because I think you guys definitely have an amazing channel, and I love your lives. With what you do with Jody and Cliff.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
3010.
Damn, Tim, you said I just finished cross-listing 20 things from Etsy to eBay.
Nice, man.
Nice. I'd like to know how he's finding about what seems to be selling faster now, his eBay or Etsy things? Because I have a few things on Etsy that just I don't know if I can promote them or not, but I don't know if I've never really messed around with Etsy. I think I have like 2 or 3 items on Etsy, but they've been sitting there for like months.
Yeah, I'm curious to know too.
Yeah.
What are these Tim Tams, Rob? What are Tim Tams? Sorry, man. I'm just trying to post this one.
Yeah, what the hell is a Tim Tam? Uniquely Me says, I suck coffee through your Tim Tam. Tim Tams are good. We have them in the United States. That's where I live, but I'd never heard of them. What the hell is it? Tesla Picker, you don't sleep, Kevin. No, I don't. Yeah, just like you, man. I wish I did. I just got too much stuff on my mind.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Kevin, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, luckily for me, I don't know. I feel so drained when I get to bed and I just end up falling asleep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing meditating again, man. I felt like when I was meditating, my brain was so relaxed.
Yeah.
But when you're having a lot of good things going your way, you know what I mean? Then I think it's more excitement.
Yeah.
And but they said Tim Tams are like chocolate wafers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's kind of like a straw. Okay, I think I've heard of those. I think we
So
have those here too.
deep fried deals, where are you from? Because you have a Publix. And I'm in Florida, so I'm guessing you're somewhere in Florida too. That Tiger said meditation is key. Yeah. It's good for your breathing too.
Yeah.
Uniquely Me. Who's the couple of girls you watch on the Etsy? Because I'd like to learn about the Etsy clothes. Because I all I do mostly is clothing, anyways, new and vintage, um, women's and men's, and I would love to know because I know back in the day it was big on vintage clothing on Etsy. Oh, you're in Naples? Katie Zilberberg. So how many you got done now?
Oh yeah. Probably 12, because one of them is multi-quantity. The other one that I had.
So you got 3 more to go. You got this. How's your sales been?
Non-existent right now. Like I had one yesterday, and then I had 2 the day before that. But I've been reassessing what I have right now and trying to see if I can source to adapt to what's going on right now. See if I can find some stuff based on that.
Have they closed down their thrift stores and stuff up there yet?
No, not yet. They're still open.
Yeah. Um, I think it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I get that. That's why I'm like maybe I might go maybe one time, but I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. Like I'll try to see if I can post more stuff that I have around here, or try to find somewhere else to go to like pick up stuff like I don't know, like Facebook Marketplace or Let Go or something.
Yeah.
Man, I was so close of getting this one game. There's a Facebook auction I'm part of, and the guy was selling a Pokemon Master Trainer game book, the game board.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was complete.
And
And
what happened?
starting bid was at $5. The bid goes until the next day for 24 hours, and so like people are. I'm pretty sure people knew exactly what the thing was because the bid only got up to like $15, like up to like that first night, and then the next night, the bidding ended at around 12:51 today, or like yesterday now. But
Yeah.
um, I put a bid of $31 with like 10 seconds to go, and then someone just bid $105.
Whoa.
I'm like, that's like the price of it. Like, why are you bidding that?
That's so strange. You went over the top and just bid it so much. Like now, does it like if you bid within 10 seconds, does it extend to 10 seconds? Like I
No,
know
no, that's the
no.
time.
Why would they? That's so strange.
I know. Like, I have no idea what they're either keeping it for themselves because like that's not the price that you would want to resell it for.
Man, that's so weird.
Yeah. See you,
Um,
Tim.
Later, Tim.
Just sold some flex tape for $12 for two. Nice.
Yeah, that's more income. I like him a lot. He's really good.
Yeah, John. John's cool, man.
Yeah. I follow him on Instagram too. Oh man, what was I gonna say to you? Oh yeah, I just picked up. So I'm on this whole kick. I always got to go into different niches, and um, my weird thing is I've always been into like Civil War letters,
Yeah.
so I know a lot about them. So I just started reselling them again since I came back the last 6 months and made some good money. So today I just dropped like $300 on a bunch of Civil War letters,
Oh wow.
and I bought a lot of like 13 letters because the guy wanted 125 for the lot. And
Yeah.
I offered him like $50, thinking that he'd be like 180 or 90. He
Yeah.
took the $50.
Oh wow.
And
Nice.
this stuff I'll easily be able to make at least if I not part out, but if I take them out each individual, probably like 70, $80 each quickly if I
Nice.
want to sell them quick.
Yeah.
Maybe 120, 150 if I want to slow it.
Yeah.
But I might just lot it up and just sell them for $500-$600 because I mean it's like 30 letters. No, it was less than what was it like? I got to look at it. Like maybe 15 letters,
Yeah.
but it's all got good content. Because that's what you want to look for in letters like that. Um, the ones I really look for are the Confederate ones. Those ones go for a lot of money because there's not many of those out there. And then if you can find any with like if they mention like slaves or like specific battles and like generals,
Hmm.
those go for a lot of money. But I don't know. I've spent a lot of money today on those.
Yeah.
And I have more I'm watching for tomorrow.
You should. Are you gonna post something like that, like a video for it?
Well, that's gonna be part of the video, one of the videos I told you about before,
Oh,
about
okay.
flipping on eBay to resell on eBay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So once I get them in, I'll video it, and then when I sell them each, then I'll try to complete the whole video by then. So I'm just gonna do from the start to the finish, and then when it all finishes, it all sells. I can say here, this is exactly what these sold for. This is what I bought them for, and I show them my sniping tool, all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
because me, I always just try to literally teach people and show them that you can seriously, you can buy from anywhere, just about.
That's cool, man. Good price.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
All right, man. I think I'm finally ready for bed.
All right, man.
Yeah, let me know when you do another one of these, man. I like coming on.
Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Of course. And whenever you want to come on, dude, come on Wednesday nights, dude. You know that. You're always welcome.
Yeah, if I manage to find time, I'll definitely try to swing by.
Yeah. Well, we go late too. We went 4.5 hours last time.
Yeah, that's true.
So got
That's
to get them hours in.
yeah, that's true. I
All
hear
right,
you.
later, man.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good night. Okay, how's it going? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I don't know if I just completely abruptly switched to my regular setup here, so I don't know if it's set up properly or the mic sounds okay. Cool. Glad it's okay. Man, I got a lot of stuff done. That's really good. Oh, geez, you were muted. Hey, Krillin, how are you feeling, man? Any good stories, Krillin? You got any good stories? You always have stories. Where's my phone? Okay. All you, Krillin. It's all you. It's like watching the movie Goodfellas. In a way. In a way. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I see such a big smile on him.
Don't make fun.
How's
I
it going,
didn't brush
buddy?
my hair. I couldn't brush my hair today, so don't make fun of my hair.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, did you go with a new hairstyle?
No. This is the hairstyle. Leaving the hat. I've been saying I don't know what your living arrangement is, but I you know I long story. I live with my parents. Okay, I'm
Okay.
40 years old. I'm like, what's her name? That Australian girl. She calls me George Costanza.
Hey, Cara.
So what happens is, you know, I'm more worried for them, to be honest with you. You
Yeah,
know, about all this craziness. So I bought one of these. I don't know if you know anything about these. I was speaking with Kent before. He says he knows a little bit about them, but he says they're not too accurate. If anybody in the chat knows anything about this,
is that the one you put on your forehead?
yeah, your temple.
Yeah,
And the reason why I wanted this one is because number one, I didn't want to share anything with my parents. Obviously, I didn't want to
yeah,
share a thermometer, but I wanted to use this for like because I'm spending a lot of time down in the basement because I'm trying to not stay at the house.
yeah.
So I've been actually basically like living here and only going home to like sleep.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I have my own place upstairs is completely separate from the house. It's not,
Yeah,
but still, just to walk down the stairs, we use the same door handles, the same, you know. Like even the other night, I brushed my teeth, and I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't use the fucking same bathroom. I should, So this is the thing. So, but I wanted this because I wanted to be, because with the tongue thermometer, it's wet from your saliva, and then
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have a sink here. I don't have. There's a sink upstairs, but it's kind of hard to get to. And I'm sorry.
Sorry, no. My screen opened up. That's why you can hear my audio on it. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So basically, I wanted to like keep this in the car with me, just so like every once in a while, just monitor. Because I hear they say like fever is like one of the first symptoms. You hear
Mhm.
about that? So I've been taking it. It's been all right. No 100 degrees yet. So, but some people say this. So, has anybody made comments in the chat? Because I know people, they have kids, they have this, and if they've ever used this one,
Yeah,
I believe that.
we have a different brand, not that brand, but
Yeah, this is like actually a Walmart brand that I paid up for, even though it's a lot cheaper.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
have
those
it.
aren't cheap. I think I paid like $70 for mine.
Yeah, but this is a cheaper one. I paid. Hold on, so let me see.
Natalie.
All right, so cross your fingers. All right, 98.4. That's good. That's what you want to see, right? Can you read that? Can you see that?
98.4. Yeah.
Can you see it or no?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, because I don't know if you can see. So I'm trying to monitor it. Because every day they give you like 5 or 6 different, and I'll talk about reselling in a minute. I know some people are like, I fucking come to this channel to not hear about this disease. I want to talk about reselling, but I'm only going to talk about 1 second. So, make the story short, that they said that there's always just like 10 different types of symptoms. Oh, you got this, you got that. And like every day I got one of them. Like on the first day, I had a sore throat.
Yeah.
I felt warm. Like last Sunday, I was like, I'm feeling warm. Then the next day, I had a sore throat. Then the day after, I had a cough. But it's like one day I got one thing, and then the other thing I don't have. Like today, I'm like right now, I'm not coughing. I haven't coughed in hours and hours and hours. But on the other hand, I got my sore throat's a little worse, but
Yeah.
my temperature's down. This fucking thing, I swear, like I said, my father, he has a lot of health issues, and of course they're stubborn. So I'll say the other night, I'm gonna give you really quick. See, so I've been sleeping in the afternoon. Okay, so I do my shipping like in the early afternoon or in the mid afternoon. I'll send out my packages to the post office. But what was I saying? At night, this is when I'm doing my work, my listings. I've never listed on my phone before. I've used to. I think were you having a conversation about phone listing or?
Yeah, I was curious to know how are people listening? Are they doing it on their phone or on the computer?
See, what I do is my thing usually is because obviously it's a lot easier to type up on the desktop. So what I'll do is I usually find say like that's a men's blazer over here, like I just listed that here. You see? I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see, but so I just listed it. Um, and then so I take the item, and then what I'll do is I'll measure it. Like I'll take pictures. Usually, in general, what I usually do is I'll take pictures of say like 10 items. Then I'll measure 10 items, and then I'll go home and finish it off. On the desktop where it's easier. Like I'll write all my stuff out here. You see, like this. My handwriting is not so great, so I don't know if you can see that. See that?
Hold on.
Right. So I write a little. Yeah, so I'll write like a little thing here: Nike tracksuit.
Oh man,
know.
I can't understand that.
Yeah, I know it's in like Chinese. So, but but I'm doing it quick. Even though my handwriting is shit.
Yeah, no,
Too.
well, I mean, as long as you understand it, then that's fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't always understand it, but
Okay.
but the problem is that if I write it like calligraphy, then I'll be down here all day and night, and I'll never get nothing. You know what I mean? So then that's so what was I saying? So I'm getting that done now. I don't know how the listings are going to come out. I did it on the phone because what this is my issue is that you know how it has that little, that description box, right? And then there's another box when you scroll down, the big description box, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. But on the phone, there is no two boxes. There's one box. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is this listing going to come out? Is it all going to come out on the bottom box? Is it going to come out on the top box? Are they going to cut it off? I don't know what the fuck it's going to look like. So,
Oh, yeah.
but I mean, look, that's not a big deal. You know, I mean, the listing went through, and it looks like it's working. So now I'm going to try to get all these other, because that's one thing is this here. Let me show. I was really going to start making videos today. Today was my first day. And then, I don't know, a few people started messaging me, asking me questions. Not that I'm like upset. Anybody who wants to message me, I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. I'm not, but you know what I mean? I love talking.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work as a bartender. We constantly have to talk. It was like, the kind of job where that's what's so weird about this now is that working in this business, you're in solitude, and it's like I'm used to constantly talking to people. So, but I want to show some people real quick. Because this is what I was going to talk about is that I have literally like this here, mountains, like all this stuff here
Jeez.
is not listed. I have so much stuff here. All this stuff here, down here, up here.
Man,
And that's what happened.
You're never going to run out of stuff, man.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I could be down here for a month and I wouldn't. Oh, and that's not the other stuff. And because what happens is sometimes I'll miss a button on something. Like this jacket here is missing some buttons. So then I'm like, but maybe I got it cheap, so I throw it in a pile. And then I'll wait when I find the button. This is nice here. This is actually, you know what this is here? You ever seen this?
No, what is that?
This is Vivian Westwood. If you find that, that's actually a really good brand. I did this here too. This is a little tip for the ladies over here. You can zoom up. This is actually a really good brand. It's in my death pile, like just thrown in here. But this is actually a pretty good brand if you find it. Yeah, you see this? Can you see that? Is anybody in the chat?
Corey.
Yeah, don't try. Somebody who knows. If you know it's not. It's a French. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's actually it's really good brand. But I don't know what I just have it, and I got all this stuff here. But like I have some other stuff that needs some some old stuff. This stuff I'm working on here, and surprisingly, business has not been dead. Yesterday I had a great day. Yesterday I sold that. Remember we were talking about jerseys?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then look, like this is my other stuff that like here, this thing here, Kenwood. I gotta test this. Wires here. I paid $1 for this box of wires. I shouldn't. That's the problem with us resellers. We're degenerates. If you see a box of wires for $1, with the stuff, you're like, oh, I gotta get it. It's only $1, right? But meanwhile, you spend more time. I got hats. I got to list all this stuff. I got here, Curious George. You remember this guy when you were a kid?
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah, I got. This is the pile. This is like the stepchild pile. This is like Orphan Annie's pile over here. Like, and I got good stuff in here. I got polo knapsacks.
Oh, wow.
So I have plenty of stuff to list. I got suits over here with the tag. Oh shit, Zanella. So, but I told you about the. Or you can zoom out of here. I see. I think they see enough dirt and mess. So, what was I saying there? Oh yeah. So I showed you that jersey. Did I show you that jersey? That
The
game
New York one?
Yeah.
The Knicks one, right?
So,
yeah.
Yeah. What I did was I listed it at auction when there wasn't so much chaos going on, which was only like last week.
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
Yeah, literally, like things have changed so much within like a week, So anyway, I listed it last week. I says, you know what? I saw one listed See, because it's always weird. It's like you want to get that money right away, but you still want to get big money. You know what I mean? You ever have that situation where it's like, well, I could use I could use a chunk,
Yeah. Oh
but I
yeah.
want to. And yeah, so I listed it at $4.99. Starting bid, auction, ran it for a week. Okay. I had 20 watchers on it, and I'm like, oh,
Wow.
great. That's what I said. I was like, oh, I'm gonna rock and roll, and I'm gonna get like $800 for this. Mind you, I bought it from this thrift store. Oh shit. I have to make a video of this thrift store.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the lady she's 4 feet tall and 4 feet wide. So, and she remember we had that was it you? I had the conversation with. Remember, she's the one that talks like what the hell? Family Guy. What the hell is that woman from Family Guy? What the hell? Remember we were talking about Family? Was it me and you? Or maybe it was Lobster and then the other guy we were talking. I don't remember. Late at night. You don't watch Family Guy? No, Chris? Did you freeze out? Am I out? Okay. So you guys can hear me, but you can't hear him. Yeah, to me, he's frozen. But you guys can still see me. So how am I the only guy here? So he's got to kick. Can he kick me off? Why am I still talking? Yeah, Lobster and Brandon. This lady, she talks like the fuck, Consuela. So when I ask her, I said, "You have anything new?" No, no, no new shirt coming. No. But where the fuck is this guy? Can you get me out? We gotta jump out. So wait, let me know when he comes back on. I don't know nothing about this stuff. Where's Tommy? Tommy, where are you? Don't you know how to fix this stuff? I don't know how to fix any of this stuff. But this is here. Oh, Lemon Pledge. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's the lady. That's how she talks. She says, "Oh no, no shirt, no new clothes." So, but she's nice. But now she's got a boyfriend, which sucks because the boyfriend there, he gives me these evil eyes. He looks like literally like one of those murderers in the Scarface movie. Remember, like the bad guys who like kill freaking people with machine guns. That's what a boyfriend looks like. Like one of those hitmen from Colombia or something like that. So when I come in, he gives me the shit look, and I'm like, but so I go in, I look for my merch. So I see this here. How's Heavy Leslie? Heavy Leslie, she called me on Sunday night, and she called me Sunday morning, whatever, to come to a sale, and I was comatose because I've been doing these late night shows, talk bullshitting, listening to all you guys from all over the world, whatever the frig it is. So she called me up, and she's like, "Oh, how come you're not at the sale? There was a lot of clothes at the sale." But guess what? There was probably 1 million people in there, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go another day because I know she always does another couple of days. She'll always do like an extra day. And I says, you know what? I
Oh my
wasn't.
God.
Is he back in?
Sorry.
Are you
Can
back?
you hear me?
So
Can you hear me?
how can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah. So how does that happen when I'm still here and people are communicate? I don't know. This is like
I didn't end the broadcast. So as long as I don't end the broadcast, it's still gonna keep going.
But if your internet is down, the whole thing doesn't go down?
Correct.
Okay. This is like sorcery to me. I don't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah.
I just know to just click on this button. I swear I didn't have a smartphone until about 4 or 5 years ago. People have had this for like over a decade, but I got the smartphone only because I had eBay and other stuff or whatever it was. I used to have the clamshell phones, the ones you flip
I
open.
used to have that too.
Yeah, but probably you had that in high school. But so now I cough. I just said I wasn't fucking coughing.
Hey,
Son of a
Sinister, how's it going?
what?
No, Sinister's in the chat as well.
So oh shit, I gotta look at this thing here. So now the what was I saying now? If there's anybody in the chat, I don't know. Do you go to concerts? Or you don't go to concerts. You don't do it.
I used to, not as much anymore.
With StubHub, you buy from StubHub.
No, I always bought at like Ticketmaster.
Yeah, well, sometimes Ticketmaster is done. So then the people, the resellers, if they come in and they what?
No, yeah, they go to StubHub and they resell there.
Yeah, so that's what happens. The resellers, they buy them up when the tickets go on sale that day. Then they what was I saying? Then they resell them. But everything is canceled, and I don't know if I don't think I got a refund yet. I don't know how to get the refund. I got to call them tomorrow. I got so much shit on my mind. You know what it is? It's like anything else. Like now, you said you live in the city or outside the city?
I'm in like the
Uh-huh.
suburbs, not like core downtown. It's more of like in the east side. Like,
No, but like to go to like the Raptors stadium. Is that in the middle of the city?
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Okay, so for you to drive there, it would take you what, a half an hour to an hour?
yeah, about half an hour, no traffic.
Okay. See, that's the thing is, it's always like this. Like, is it better to be in this kind of situation? Because obviously, look, Canada has plenty of desolate areas. Canada. That's one thing about Canada. They got plenty of small towns with very few people. So you always think, wait, is it better for me? Because like I have some family in rural Pennsylvania, and then because I'm thinking about my parents, and it's like, is it better for them to be in that rural area where there's not many people, where
Yeah,
where there's high, what they call it, social distance, there's not people on top of each other, but not near the hospital. I mean, obviously there's hospitals, but not be near like a lot of hospitals, you know, or is it better to be where we are, where there's hospitals, a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of people. So it's like, shit. Because it's like, what do you do? You know?
yeah,
Now I'm
it's
getting
true.
cold. Now I'm freezing my ass off down here. Because there's no heat on or anything here. I'm here, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning. But then I called my other friend from my old job because I was bored, of course. But he's like, "Oh man, you gotta walk around with rubber gloves on and masks." And I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I mean, maybe I should, but you know, I don't have all that shit. I mean," he's like, "You got to get this and get that and get the other thing and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Oof!" Like now you're making me feel like I thought I was being cautious, staying away from people. He's like, "Oh, don't buy food from the outside." Like that's another thing too. Is like, all right, I had a large sandwich today, so I figured if I eat one, you know, foot long extra large sandwich, that filled me up for the whole day. I'm not even hungry right now.
Mhm.
So if I grab one huge meal instead of like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm gonna have this for lunch and that for dinner and that for breakfast, forget it. One big meal, you know. I don't know. Did you stockpile food at home?
Yeah, we have quite a bit. Like we should be good for like at least a month.
I mean, there's still food for like that's another thing that's
There's no
still
shortage.
weird.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
they
it's not
just
like
happen to run out of stock. It's just they're gonna stock it
yeah,
back.
yeah. They run out of toilet paper, and in a month, the people who have like 10, cases of toilet paper,
Yeah,
they're not gonna rebuy. You know what I mean? So when
yeah.
you
No,
go
they're
back,
gonna end up just having a lot of toilet paper.
yeah, like I wonder, does anybody have any like connections? Was it Scott or whoever? Like when is the next delivery of toilet paper come? This is what it kind of reminds me of. I lived through. I don't know if you see, that's the thing in Canada. I don't know how much you pay attention to the United States and everything, but we had in New York about in 2012 we had a Hurricane Sandy,
Yeah.
and you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, I don't know if if you remember that, but because obviously we don't remember everything in Canada.
But like
But
the majority of our channels are American channels, so you have to remember that.
really,
Yeah, so we
kidding?
only have like maybe like 4 or 5 dedicated Canadian channels, and then the rest are all
Yeah,
sports
and they're all
channels.
ice hockey. And
Okay, all right.
so,
Let's
so all right, come on. I had to soften it up a little bit. Yeah. So, what was I saying now? Now I lost my train of thought. So, so the we had Hurricane Sandy, and
yeah.
the bad part about Hurricane Sandy was the fuel. They had no fuel.
Right, yeah, that's right.
So I mean, it's a long story. It was actually very complicated, but make a story short. Am I echoing?
No.
Did you hit something? Okay, I thought I heard myself talking. So in Hurricane Sandy, the big issue was the fuel, because also there was no electricity, and it was in November, and
Because of the
that's just when
flooding,
it
right?
started. Sorry.
Because of the flooding too, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. All because all mainly you had obviously, like you said, the flooding, people living in the coast, because New York is on the coast, of course.
Yeah.
And what happened was you have we I don't know how about Canada, but up here you have the power lines are above ground. Do you guys have? I don't know if you have below ground or above ground where you are.
I think we have both.
Yeah. Well, mainly all our houses everything is above ground. So what happened was all the trees came down and ripped down all our power lines.
Mhm.
So there were literally people that were like without power for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Wow.
So people had to get generators. I mean, people are literally in their house. Imagine being in your house in December with no heat or anything like that. It was,
It was the opposite that one time when in the summer, where like everywhere there was a huge portion of, I think it was like the U.S. and Canada or something that ran out, like that lost power for like a good, I don't know, week, maybe almost a week.
uh-huh.
And yeah, it was so hot. It was crazy.
No air conditioning. I don't know. Like these people we talked to in Europe, they're sitting, or even in Australia. Who's this guy? What the hell? He makes all these videos. Who's the
Yeah.
guy who ran away from the frog? What the fuck is his name? What the hell is this guy? We gotta look in the chat. Who's the guy who's scared of the
No,
frogs?
Fear Fonster mentioned, yeah, 2 years ago we had a huge ice storm as well. So we lost, there's a lot of people without heat as well.
Yeah, Australian here. Aussies VH, not him, but the other guy, the guy who's from England, but he lives in Australia. So
Palmy Pickers, Rod.
yeah. Every time he's making a video, the guy's profusely sweating. It's like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Why don't you put air conditioning in there? I swear, I'm like, but that's what happens. Some people are like, oh, I don't like air conditioning. They're literally profusely sweating. It's like, man, what's the matter with you? Get some air conditioning. It's weird. People in different countries, they don't like, in Europe too, especially now in the last
It's hot.
so many years, it's really hot. And you're watching these people, they're making videos and they're like profusely sweating. And it's like, no. I mean, is it that they don't have access to air? Is it really hard to get there? I mean, here in New York, I mean, we have, you guys have Best Buy too there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know which place, I'm sure I know you have something like Best Buy or whatever it is. Or whatever. I mean, you can buy a cheap window air conditioner for like what, $1.25? How much? But like a regular economy size window air conditioner, how much?
Yeah, maybe around 150 to $200.
Yeah. So you're not talking about like $1,500 or like you know what I'm saying? We're talking about or you could or get one on Facebook Marketplace or something, or at a estate sale. You use one for $50 or something. But it's like over there, it seems like they're sweating their ass off. It's like, my God, buy a damn air conditioner. It's like, I guess maybe people get used to it. You know what it is. And it's also weird looking at Australia because everything is upside down. So the people that live in the south, no, because here, like, I mean, obviously, in Canada, you used to, everybody think, oh, Canada, oh, it's ice cold. It's, Canada. It's Canada.
Yeah.
But like here, people, I'm sure people in Canada, when they go on vacation in the winter, where do they go? Florida, right? You probably know people go to Florida, right?
Yeah,
No?
yeah. I mean, we generally go to like more of like the resorts, probably. Like,
Well, you don't have snowbirds there. People that live, that are like people who are like maybe in the 60s, 70s, that they leave Canada and then they go down there for 2 or 3 months from like New Year's until like now. No, you don't have those
yeah,
people.
no, yeah, we have some. Like, I mean, from my experience, like I have family that do that too. Yeah,
Yeah. So, but like it's weird because in Australia, the north is where like what's his name lives kind of further up north. It's hot there and then cooler down south. And it's just counterintuitive to us because usually we're like, oh yeah, like you say, oh, way down south in Florida,
it's
you're
hot,
gonna
right?
you're gonna sweat your ass off, and then
Yeah,
up in Canada, you're gonna because even when it's brutally cold, it could be you know sub-zero temperatures Fahrenheit in Canada, and then down in Florida it could be 80 degrees.
yeah. See, like what Rob is mentioning, like or Sinister, like they don't necessarily, yeah, like they can get it. It's just they just prefer not to use it. So it's just a
I know it
preference.
sounds crazy. It's like I could you know I could eat that cheeseburger, but you know what? Maybe I won't have that cheeseburger. You know, like that's the thing we're so used to. Like here, like because I worked in the restaurant business, and climate control is like a huge part of the business. When people walk in, if it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too this. Oh, and the worst is when you have two tables. One customer's like, "Oh, I'm freezing here," and the other customer, "Oh my God, it's so hot." And obviously, for one table, you can't like redirect the heat
The
or the
heat.
air.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, we're all living in one room. But I right now, if I had my old business, I'd be freaking out because I told you I used to own a restaurant, and it was very stressful. The restaurant business is because you rely on big days, you rely on holidays, you rely on weekends and this and that, and it's like I'm really curious how the landlords are going to react
Mhm.
because my landlord was a scumbag, like many landlords, and they're not looking they're not looking to give you breaks. They're not looking to say, oh, you're short this month or something. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Landlords don't do that. You know what I mean? Especially any tips. Here's a tip for people who are thinking about, because I don't know, people I'm sure watch these videos later, or not just the people in the chat. But if anybody's thinking about renting brick and mortar, if you could rent from a private landlord as opposed to a corporate, like somebody who like does it as a business, like if you could rent from somebody, like it's the best people to rent from. I'll tell you something. Tip. Oh, who's that?
Hold on one
There
second.
we go. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you this story here while Chris is on break. If you can rent from somebody who inherited the building or the house or the property or whatever it is, that is the best person to rent from. You definitely want to rent from that person if you can. Obviously, when you want to rent a store or rent an apartment or rent anything, naturally you can't always choose, but if you have a choice, and even if it's a little bit more expensive for whatever reason, to rent from a private person, not somebody who's like that's their business where that's all they do is they have like 1,000 units and they renting them out.
Hmm.
You rent from an individual person, it's 100 times better. Like I said, somebody who, like my first landlord that I had, my store, the guy he inherited the property and he lived in Florida. Oh, dream landlord, dream, because the guy's down in Florida. As long as you're paying pretty much on time, you have a little issue here and there. If you're a little bit late, don't worry about it. But then when he sold the property, because he inherited the building, nice, right?
Right.
Nice to have a rich uncle that leaves you building, which creates income for you. That he when he sold it to a guy who was like a professional landlord, who had that's all he did was buy properties, and then rent them out, whatever it was. And the guy had like I don't know, dozens and dozens of units. He shows me a bill that has everything broken down, and this is the late fee, and this is this fee, and this is the scratch your ass fee, and I'm like, I knew right away. And this guy, oh, because what they do is they go through the lease. A lot of times they'll go through the lease and they'll find little clauses in there. Oh, you're responsible for the waste removal of this and the common area and this and but when you get the private landlords, a lot of times they're like, because you know what? They have so much money that they don't care, especially if they inherited a building, that's cash in hand,
Yeah.
it's like every month they hit the lottery,
True, yeah.
So that's just my little tip for the day. I want to learn a little bit more about real estate, but right now I'm more concerned about survival. About
Yeah.
You see my
Yeah.
I got this thing here. See, look, that's pretty high.
Yeah, take care of those first.
So yeah, look at that. Look at that mountain. Look at those montaña. All right, but like some of this stuff, I went to this one sale.
Yeah.
Like, this is a nice sweater here. Like, this is the kind of stuff. I'll pick this up here. You see, like this is. I got another one. I can't find it. I'm really upset now. This is a Ralph Lauren. This is like I don't know if this is like linen, cotton and silk. Do you see that? This is a nice. They picked that up in that pile. I picked, I got this here. I usually don't pick up this. I know you sell clothes, right, Chris? Don't you?
Yeah, I sell some clothes. Yeah, PMR.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% cashmere. Feels really nice. But like I bought about like 10 of them, but the problem is a lot of them, they have a little odor to them. That's why I have like this triage pile, like triage, like what they're doing to the sick people.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this the stuff that's ready to list, but then I have like this is a nice one. This is a cream colored one. And if you look here, like this says here, I don't know, 2-ply or 4-ply. I can't even read it.
Okay, there.
But you can see that.
4-ply.
That's 4-ply. So that's the thicker one. Of course, more ply. I don't know. That's a tip for you. I don't know if you usually pick up cashmere sweaters.
Well, I mean, I only understand ply from like toilet paper.
Yeah. Well,
so
yeah, this ain't toilet paper. I got here this death pile. This is not the real McCoy. This is fake.
Is that term a New York thing, like turlet?
Turlet. The turlet.
Okay.
That's what we say over here.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
The turlet. Yeah, that's you don't know who Archie Bunker? You never heard of?
Yeah.
Archie
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is the turlet. And I got a lot of stuff here. A lot of these jackets, and that's you know what? This is what gets me aggravated too. Is I need some. I was looking for somebody. I was trying to hire a girl, like 6 months ago, but she didn't want the job. She came down. She trained with me a little while, but I was trying to. I need to get more organized. I really. Right. This is like, because look. This is my death pile right here. Okay, people gonna think I'm crazy. I literally have a Gucci suit in my death pile. Okay.
Dude, why are you listing that?
I know. I got to get because it needs a little work to it. It needs a couple of things I got to fix. It's got an issue with the pants. I got suit. I got the tuxedos. I got a lot of stuff, and like I want to try to get this more organized so I need more better flow. Like, okay, this is the stuff I'm going to list later. The other stuff, but now it's like I got stuff hanging off the edges. That's why when this woman, she called me, I looked at the pictures, right? Leslie, I told you about Leslie, right?
Heavy Leslie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is when your computer was down.
Yeah, probably.
She called me on Sunday morning. Oh, I have a big sale. Because I haven't been looking at I haven't looked at the estate sale website at all for obvious reasons. Because, when you go to the estate sale, they got 1,000 people. You literally have 30 people in a house at the same time. And when you're searching for merchandise, you're on top. You're physically on top of the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're searching for merchandise in an estate sale, you're literally like grabbing over the person because you're trying to get that merch. So there's very little personal space distance. So, and that day when she called me, I wasn't feeling so great, so I was like, you know what? Forget about it. I'm not fucking going. I don't care if, if she's going to give me more. I don't care. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
So, then she's like, all right, we'll go down there on Wednesday. But guess what? I ain't going down to Far Rockaway just to pick up some, because she's got a lot of merch, but it's not. I seen the pictures she sent me. It's a lot of decent merch that I could fill up garbage bags for $25 and get some decent stuff. But I got a lot of that shit here.
So you told her like thanks, but no thanks.
I know that's the hard part because, like I've been saying this in my prior videos. I've been saying, look, because people ask all the time. People want to level up. They always want to, oh, I want to get. How many times people? Oh, I need to get bulk. I need to get this. I need to get that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, when you hook, like that's how I have all this shit here. If to try to get all this stuff from just going to the thrift store every day, it would be impossible. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, I go to the thrift store, and a lot of it is from thrift store, but you really have to use to get a lot of merch, because you know what, we talk about this all the time. The problem is, like, there's only so much time in a day, and if you're going to go to Savers or you're going to go to Goodwill or Salvation Army, and you're going to wait for the new bins to come out and then do this, and you know what, you can only pick up so much merch. You know what I mean? They only have, because you have resellers. I don't know about your Savers, but we have guys that literally are there all day. Do you have that?
Yeah, I can tell who the guys are there that have been there all day, because like
They didn't shave.
they're there every day too. Like that's the thing. Like
They're there. They pay off the workers. They bribe them with like
yeah, they bring
candy.
coffee and donuts to them. It's ridiculous.
See?
Like
That's what
I mean,
happened.
if I can get like early choosing of like things, maybe I can do that. But I don't know. I haven't had the time to just go in. But I know it's pretty key to build those relationships.
Oh my god! And then I told this one guy, he's a wackadoo, and but he's he's I don't know, he's not right. No, I feel bad because I'm nice to him because he was in the war, and he's not right. He because he's like jittery, but that's what happens when you're in Iraq, and you're shooting off machine guns, and the people are fire. I mean, you don't know what it's like to have like live ammunition coming at you. That's not, it will kind of get to you.
I know.
So the guy, I'm nice to him even though he's a whack job, okay? But this guy, he's so like what do you call it? Obsessive compulsive? Like he's like shaking, and he's like, oh, I can get over there. He's like shaking like this, and he knows literally like people they worry about survive, like they know he's worried, obviously he's worried about, he literally rides his bike to Savers from 10 miles away, okay?
Oh,
and he has
wow.
a cart,
Nice.
and he's got a cart behind him, like a trailer for a bike. I'm like, what the he's got, so he literally rides almost about 10 miles to get there, okay, to get to this one, because he was thrown out of the other corporate thrift store closer to his house because he fights people to get the merch. That's what happens.
Oh,
he thinks he's back in commando world, and like people will go to get new merch, and then he'll like, because he's a bigger guy, he's big, he's got 250, so he'll run into people and say, Ronnie, take it easy, relax. But he gets really, even girls. I've had women. I have this one girl we talk once in a while. We text back and forth. I'm not looking for romance or anything, but we discussed reselling, whatever it is, and she's like, yeah, some guy almost ran me over, and this girl, she's like literally like 120 pounds, and I'm like, this guy, I'm like, I want to tell him, say, man, you got to be a little rough, especially with girls. I mean, you're getting, you can't run, push a girl out of the way, you can't do that, So, what was I saying? What the? the thrift store. So, oh yeah, we're talking about camping out at the thrift store. So this guy literally, he knows all the codes. Like Savers, they have an intercom. I don't know if you ever hear their intercom.
Yeah.
Like literally, they have codes like code H, code H. That means they're sending all their staff home, or they'll do code S, code S. It's like a 10-minute break. So like this way, he knows to like, okay, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave the station, and I'm gonna go next door and get, like you said, get those donuts or something for
Yeah.
the work. He's like, oh, smoke break. All right, they're on their break. I mean, that's how like they know the, and it's like, okay, if it's a holiday, they don't do production on the first day of the holiday. Like if it's a Sunday, it's like, all right, there's no production, but then that means they'll do production on Monday, and then they won't do production on Thursday. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, you know what I mean? You have to, it's like, look, so the whole point of that whole rant was a lot of times it's easier when you have people from the estate sale liquidation companies. You make friends with them, you buy consistently from them, and then when they have a lot of stuff, because a lot of times they do the clean outs too. So where literally they're just throwing that stuff out, or they're donating it, or whatever it is. So a lot of times, like that woman Leslie, she'll just say, you know what, fill up. She'll just say, she'll hand me black garbage bags. And when she's handing you black garbage bags, that means just throw whatever in there. Fuck it, give me $100, give me whatever, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens. A lot of times, you go to these estate sales. Sometimes if you at the end of the day, there's nothing, because you go there early, it's high prices. All right, a lot of people, and this is to anybody who hasn't heard me rant about this. I've talked about this a few times, but this is important. This isn't just bullshit that I'm spewing. Don't be, if you go to the estate sale and you see high prices, don't get discouraged, okay? Because a lot of times what that means is that merchandise is going to be there at the end of the day. It's going to be there on the second or third day. You can go back and get it. I've had items, one woman had some vintage board games or something like that, were very valuable, whatever it was, had $100 tag on it, okay? Maybe on eBay it sold for $100. She probably looked it up on eBay to make that price of $100. But I went back at the end of the second day and I got it for $25. You know what I mean? So, with the $100 tag on it. Some people say, well, how do you get it for $25? She has $100. It's about being soft and gentle. You know what? You look at it and say, oh, what can you do? And then when you put it back down, then they chase you out to say, oh, because they want to get rid of everything. Yeah. All right. And then this times, I'll tell you what, excuse me. This times, when they chase you, that's when you tell them you're a reseller. Okay. When you walk into an estate, this is something I know a lot about. I've been to a lot of estate sales. When you walk into an estate sale, you never want to tell them you're a reseller, because they're gonna tell you go screw yourself. They're gonna say, look, I got 1,000 people here. I don't care who's a reseller, who's not a reseller. Remember you were talking about, what you talking about? Some auction with the last gentleman. You were talking about something. Oh my God, I can't believe this guy paid.
Yeah, it was just a Facebook auction.
Yeah, because you know what? You don't know when you're bidding, if you're bidding against resellers or if you're bidding against people who want it for themselves. Yeah. Do you know? Do they tell you? Do they say, oh no, I'm a reseller. Oh no. Oh, I'm buying for myself. All you know is that, and repeat, what was it again you were buying?
It's the Pokemon Master Trainer game.
Oh, that's funny you talk about Pokemon, because this guy Ronnie, the bull, he pushed my friend that's a girl, and then we were discussing that. If a girl is 40 years old, you call her a woman or I don't know. And then Tracy couldn't figure that out either. But and then she told me, I was like, look, the guy, he's got some problems. Give him a break. He was in the war. So she's like, yeah, I went to grab some Pokemon cards and he fucking he's like pushing me out of the way. I told you, this girl weighs like 120 pounds. So the whole point, like when you go there, nobody tells you, oh, I'm buying for myself or I'm buying as a reseller. All you know is, how much it sells for on eBay, right? You looked up the comps. And then you say, okay, it sells for X. I can pay Y. That's it. and then past this threshold, I'm not making any money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but with the estate sales, when you walk in, it's the same difference. You can't. It's like an auction. You can't walk in there and be like, "Oh, I got it," because you know what happens. A lot of these companies, they get really pissed off when you do that. When you come in, oh, I'm a reseller. You got to take it easy with that. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that. But like I said, on the flip side, when you're looking at merch and you could feel that they got to get rid of stuff, when there's a lot of, because like if they have high prices on stuff, guess what? There's a million resellers showing up to these estate sales. So when they go there and they're like, oh shit, we just had 1,000 people in here and we still have a lot of merch left. And you're there at the end of the day and you're looking at that stuff, when you're looking at those items, peeking through, and the lady walks up to you, oh, we still have blah, blah, blah. I say, you know what? I'm interested, but then when they start chasing after you, I resell on eBay. And there's times where I'll show my phone, and then once you say I'm a reseller, you could tell their demeanor right away.
Right.
Okay, because they're resellers. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you know that once they know you're a reseller, they're either going to be very friendly, like, oh, this guy's serious and wants to buy, or they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to deal with resellers. They're just looking to, whatever. But if you see that they're saying, okay, like Leslie, I can show her my phone and say, look, Leslie, this item only sells for 100. Of course, I'm going to find one of the lower ones. I'm not going to find one of the better ones. We all know how to do that. We all know how to find the better. You can find the one with the shitty pictures, and that one sold for, you're experienced enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could see two different listings, and one has those professional Tommy pictures on there, like Tommy, that they look like, it looks like the stock photo. Or you can have some shitty pictures, and obviously, in general, like as we say, not always, but in general, the better pictures are going to get better money.
Yeah.
So you show the other one, and then you know what they say? Look, it's always selling for 100. I got to pay the fees. I got to pay that. Oh, okay, let's do 40 or whatever. I was thinking 30. All right, give me 30. Let's get the frick out of here. We got to go home. It's 3:00. So that was just my little rant. Do you go to state sales really or not really?
Nah, they're like they're here. It's just that I haven't really been to one. I've been mostly doing like the we have like online estate auctions around here in our area.
Which is the webs? Is it are you using the auction, not Auction Ninja?
No, the one I use is called Max Sold.
Max Sold. It's the same one as the Auction Ninja. Is Max Sold is estate sale companies. For those who are unfamiliar, I believe they use that site as a local pickup site, right? Because like it's not always the same company; it's multiple companies, right?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, but that's what I'm saying. It's not when you go pick up the merchandise, it's not the same guy all the time. It's always different, or it could be different. It's estate sale liquidators use that Max Sold site. I don't know what their percentages, but we have another one that more people use in my area. It's called Auction Ninja, which is basically the same kind of thing, where it's actually very exciting, and I'm sure it's probably Max Sold does the same thing, meaning when it goes down to the last 5 minutes, they put another 5 minutes on, or no?
Yeah. If someone bids within like a specific amount of time left, then yeah, they add more minutes.
Which I'll tell you what, it's tricky, but because one time there was one sale that was literally like 3 hours away from my house, right? And they had high-end men's clothes, really good stuff that very rarely you're gonna find. Italian stuff that's like handmade stuff that really hard to find stuff. I wouldn't even tell you the brands to look out for because you won't remember. Anybody in the chat, you're not gonna remember them. And if you do, and even I don't find it that often anyway. But it was like 3 hours away from me, okay, up the river, the Hudson River. And but I was kind of looking at it. I was like, you're sitting by and I'm sure you Chris, do you check that Max Sold every day?
No, probably like maybe twice or 3 times a week because like the auctions are usually ending around like Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, and then the pickup on the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exactly what they do. Yeah, they do. They usually end midweek, like you said, like on a Thursday, and then they tell you gotta pick it up on Sunday afternoon between like 11 and noon, and that's it. You gotta, and if you don't pick it up, then there's like a disposal fee or something like that. Because so what happened was this particular case of me. This was the second time that I used this site, right? It was the first time where it was excitement. It looked like a casino, all right? I got to get over to the charger. I got to sit next to the charger. Because I'm talking so much, my phone is dead. Now, this is very exciting here. What happened was, son of a bitch. What happened was, I was bidding on the high-end items. And of course, some of them you're winning, some you're not. And the tricky part was this, because obviously, in any auction, in general, you don't want to bid to the last minute. I mean, there's no point. I mean, right? I mean, in general, you guys would all agree with that, right? You don't want to bid, a week ahead of time. You want to wait to the end and then get the best price. So, what happened was, there were a few items where we were going back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. And what I did on one item, which I actually was the first time I ever thought about doing this, I had a lot of these 3 blazers, and I knew they were expensive. They were easily going to sell for like $200 or $300 a piece, which for you, even though they cost thousands, for a used jacket, to get $200 or $300 for a used jacket, like, is a lot.
That is a lot, yeah.
Yeah, you really don't get that much, because it's used and it's on the secondhand market. You don't really get that much. So I had to bid up. Obviously, they were. I'm not the only one that knows that these are rare items. So make the story short, there was a little bit of this, because like you said, this is where the excitement comes in. You're bidding at the last minute, right, and then it goes back to that 5 minutes, right? But there's other auctions ending at the same time, right, Chris?
Exactly, yeah.
So that's the thing, is like you got to pay attention to those other ones that are ending, but at the same time, you got to pay attention to the ones, because then it's like, okay, I got to go bid. Then I got to run back, go to the other one, go back to the other one. Because I literally had like maybe 25 items that I was bidding on, 25 lots. So this other one, it was at like, say, $50, right? I says, or like $40. I says, you know what I'm gonna do? I put a bid in for like 90 or 100 or something like that, even though the bidding was only at 40 or something. The guy below me kept bidding up, bidding up, bidding up, bidding up, and then he gave up. Because that's what happens is on those kind of bids, they don't know what your max bid is. So what happened was I bid real high in the middle of the auction. Yeah. So the other guy behind me, because here's a problem, because there was another auction. This is how I learned this. There was another one where we kept going back and forth, $5. It was an item that was 25, went to 30. All right, then I went to 35, and then literally went up to like $80 back and forth between $5. But when it was 50, if I would have put in 100, that person would have maybe given up at 60, because they would have kept putting in another bid, and then it would say, you're outbid, and they says, you know what? Because eventually those people are going to give up, because if they think that, that's what happens after a while. So that's a different strategy of bidding. And I got lucky because with that lot with those 3 expensive jackets, that person went right up to my nose. If they would have put in one more bid, you could see what they're bidding, because obviously you paid one increment above their
you can see the bid history. Yeah.
So they literally bid right. So like I said, it was at 40, and I put in 100 or something like that. I said, fuck it, boom. And then they went up to like 95 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, because it was like, if they would have bid one more time, it would have it would have went over whatever it was. So that's another thing that's interesting. But those sites are very exciting. But now you buy a lot on that Max Sold?
I mean, I've only bought like 2 things. A lot of the time, I haven't been able to.
Leave the house.
They get pretty high. Some of the bids sometimes with the things that I want.
Well, in my experience with this one, the Auction Ninja, you could check it out just for your own shits and giggles, just to
Yeah.
see if is this glaring too much?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Let me go over to the other side here.
Hey, Georgina, how are you? Hey, David.
England,
what's
England
going
is
on?
waking up already.
Yep.
So that's when you know you're on late. So all right, here now it's better, right?
Yeah, you're good.
So what was it saying with that Max? What the fuck? Oh, anybody who's listening, that if you do furniture, see collectibles don't. As far as buying to flip collectibles, those kind of websites like Max Sold, you're gonna get a lot of people who buy for themselves. You know,
Yeah.
like what we were talking about. Like you said, the guy who bid on that item on that
Yeah.
lot, most likely they're buying for themselves. Okay. Now, on the flip side, here's the thing: is this? This is the benefit if you are somebody who buys furniture. Okay. Can you look at on that Max Sold? Can you look at completeds or not?
I don't remember. I
Well,
haven't really looked it up.
On that one, well, anyway, the one on the Auction Ninja, it stays live for like a couple of days and then they wipe it out. So you
Okay.
can kind of check out to see what stuff sold for. Now, if you're a furniture seller, I don't know, do we have any furniture sellers really in the community? Not too many, right? Not much, right? But anyway, here's the benefit of being a furniture seller. What happens is, as we know, is they put that strict date on there, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That date that says, oh, you got to pick it up on Sunday. It's got to be between 10 and noon,
Yeah.
right? Okay. See, what that does is that shakes out the people who buy furniture for themselves because they look at that and they're like, you know what? I need a couch, but you know what? I can't get there at that time. Because like if you do Facebook Marketplace for a couch, you just tell people, oh, I can be there tomorrow around 7. You know, okay. But with the Max Sold, there's not that much room. So here's what that means. That shakes out all of the people who want to buy it for themselves. So now you're only bidding against people who are resellers, who are people who need to make money. Okay.
Right.
So you don't have those other guys bidding up the prices. You know, if it's something like, like Pokemon cards or whatever it is, you could just go there, pick it up. It's easy. But you know what? If you want to buy a couch, not everybody has a truck. Not everybody has a friend that's going to help, because the ones that I see, the listings that I see, they tell you specifically, we won't help you load it. Did yours say that too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah. So that's what happens is they telling you. See, now I'm coughing, but you know what? I've been down here for a while. I mean, it's not a dusty basement, but it's still a basement.
Yeah.
Still get some dust down here.
So what are you gonna do? You're still gonna go home to sleep still?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep in here. Are you kidding me or what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dusty
It's gonna
basement.
be. No, you say it's freezing there.
No, honestly, it's really not too bad. I mean, look, guess what? Yeah, I got. If I had to, hold on, son of a bitch, what'd I do here? See, like that? That looks like somebody in Canada is wearing that jacket, right? Right? Does that look like somebody from Canada is gonna wear that with that fur on the collar?
What kind of jacket is that?
This is actually a leather. This is like a leather jacket, leather suede jacket. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's vintage from a store called Laurie's. They've been out of business for decades, but it's nice here. But it's a fur-lined fur jacket.
Oh wow.
It's nice.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's got this fur. in here. Not really. This is really fur. It's not really shearling. I know there's a difference. It's not. I put shearling in the title anyway. But I got a lot of jackets here. I got.
Yeah.
This stuff is listed on these jackets. This is the higher up rack. So, like everything from here. This is actually a nice jacket here. This is alpaca. This is Angora. One of the things. This is a Gucci. It hasn't, not really moved. But these jackets here are listed. The ones in the back are not listed. All this stuff here is listed here on this rack. I just threw this stuff on the top. I was gonna list these track suits. You see these are vintage Nike track suits. See that?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna list them, but then I went off on this tangent. We started talking, so I couldn't get my work done. So, but then I just listed this jacket. This is a nice jacket here. It's here. Nice Ermenegildo Zegna. It's a little old, but it's a nice condition. So I just listed that for $80. I mean, the jackets these sit for a while. You could pick them up at Savers a lot of times for between $10 and $20. And then I'd be happy. I listed it for $80. If I can get 50, I'd be happy. Like this one just sold here. I took a low ball offer only because of these stressful times. I took a $40 offer on this, and everything, of course, is plus shipping.
Yeah.
This is a nice another jacket here. This is really not too popular. It's a little older too. This is the same brand. This is Ermenegildo Zegna.
Is there anything wrong with it?
Nah, it's just a little old.
Yeah.
And the condition is pretty good, but this is not the most. This is an older label. This one here, this is like from the late '90s, early 2000s, which people want to wear like newer stuff, but it's not too out of date. This it's 3 buttons, which is not really popular. More people wear 2 buttons, but it's like this is good. You want to get the dual vents. That's better. That's more popular. That's better now. But
so how much? Sorry, how much would you list that for?
How should this last one or this one here?
The last one.
The last one I listed for $80. Same thing. I listed this for 80. I took like $40.
Okay.
Just because I only paid like $9.95 at Savers for it. So I was like, I don't know what kind of markups you usually look for, but I says, you know what, that's fine. You know what? Because I figured, I need some cash flow. I mean, look, I've been doing decent, but it's kind of a weird situation because it's like, all right, last week yesterday I sold that jersey and I sold some other items and I did really well yesterday. I had a really great day because obviously when you throw a $400 sale into the middle of a day, that helps your day. So, so what was I saying? So, but still, I still want to generate more sales. You know what I mean? Because as of right now, I'm okay. My sales are okay. I'm not doing great. I mean, yesterday was a really good day, but in general, it's been okay, the sales. So, but if I can bring it, you know what I mean? Because look, tomorrow, guess what? We don't know what the fuck is. Look, we don't know what the news is going to say tomorrow, to next week, the week after.
Sure.
We could be in Italy's situation. We don't. I don't want to wake up tomorrow and it's like Italy, where the whole country is literally, to their knees. Where no one can leave their house and they let one person in the supermarket at a time. And they have to wear a asbestos suit and everything, and wear hazmat and everything. You don't want to be in that position. So, but even though this is I'm sure all the resellers have been talking about this. In a way, this is kind of beneficial for us. Obviously, not anybody wants to make this a beneficial situation. Clearly, I mean, right, Chris? You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to chat thinking that I'm like, oh, great, more sales because people are home. It's clearly not. But I don't think, but because I know there are a lot of sellers out there that are nervous, that are full. And that's the thing, too, is that, is it better full-time seller? Is this better or is it worse? Because like for us, like, if I had if I had my old job is a restaurant. So obviously the restaurants, I don't know in Canada, are they closing down? And like in Toronto, are they closing restaurants or anything?
Yeah, they closed down the dining in. They're still allowing people to do takeout and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did. Like I said, I ordered my hero sandwich today at Jersey Mike's, and they took all the tables out of the dining room. They just take everything out, which is
Wow.
kind of weird, But we have to cross our fingers that the employees are, not going to pass anything on,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that's one thing. I don't know if you order a sandwich, you know what? That's my friend was saying. Oh, you got to get something, you got to heat it up at home, because this,
Yeah.
I don't know. Does a microwave, does that kill the virus? I don't know. Does anybody know? Not
We
really,
don't know.
right?
We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And this is that. And the worst part is this too, is that it's like you want to help people, give them information that you heard, but then again, could you imagine if you give fake news, like you say, oh yeah, you could just put it in the microwave and you'll be fine. Then it's like, oh man, this guy told me I'm gonna be fine, and now I'm up shit's creek. You know? All right, man. I sucked enough wind out of this chat. Let somebody from England come in. You guys, because England, you guys are actually more connected to Canada than Americans. So you guys are more like England than you
Dude,
are
you
like.
were on your game today, man. You had some good knowledge bombs.
Oh, I got knowledge bombs for days, but the thing is, people after a while when they see that this mug, they're like, look, get this guy, get the cane. I can't read the chat, but they're like, you know what, we had enough of this guy. Get him out of here. They
Nah,
want to hear a
man.
story.
Nah, they're good, man. They loved hearing you, man.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump out because I think I'm gonna go home. I think, you know what, it's 3 a.m. And that's what this is my new thing too. Is like, for example, I told you I just sold that jacket, this jacket here.
Yeah.
So now, what I got to do is, see, I told you my parents, they sleep right next to the office, okay, and it's like I got to walk right past him, my father, so I'm like sucking in my breath so I don't breathe near my dad while he's sleeping. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
only thing to do is infect him. Hopefully, if I cover my mouth while I run into the office, then I'll print the labels. I usually see these boxes. I usually don't do shipping here. I usually do all the shipping in my house. I usually, like I said, my flow is, in general, I'll do this and then I'm gonna get the fuck out. In general, what I do is during the day I do, like weekdays, I hit some thrifts, then
See you,
I come
David.
home. What's up?
Oh no, I said bye to David.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Okay. So I hit the thrift. Then then at 3 o'clock, that's when I usually pack everything up, go to the post office, drop the stuff off around 4 or 5 o'clock. Then I come here at night, and then I'm usually here, whatever, and then that's the end of the night. Now, then on the weekends, I usually go more to the estate sales. Like that's because that's what most of the estate sales are. But what was I gonna say? But now since all this, but then I would usually, like when we do the videos or live chats, usually I would take the pictures and then go home around midnight and then finish it off. Just take the pictures at like I said, do the finish up. I would upload from the phone, but then like finish typing everything out on the
Yeah.
desktop. But I didn't want to really go home and spend too much time. I'm trying to limit my time there, because I don't know. But everybody, I'm gonna jump out. It's been real. Thank you so much, Chris. You're a gentleman.
Yeah, no problem.
If look at any time you have my Instagram. If you or anybody that's in the chat, don't I talk a lot. I don't want anybody to think like, oh, I'm gonna talk their ear off if they message me. I'm not like that. I keep it short and sweet, whatever it is. But if anybody wants to know about clothing, I'm here to help you. I really want to help people out. Because I'm not sure when it comes to people who know me, they know I'm not shy to ask people when I need help. If I don't know about thermometers or I don't know about this, I don't know about how to get on websites, I'm not shy to ask for help. So I really feel like, look, if people want to know about clothing, if they want to know how to measure a suit, if they want to know maybe they want to buy they saw some suits at their thrift store, they want to know if they're worth anything, oh, I saw whatever it is. Just send me a message on Instagram. The worst that can happen is I don't get to you in time. All right? Peace.
Dave wants to know what's your name on. Oh, okay, never mind. Curlin, if you're still in the chat, can you, well, if you can give your IG. Oh, there he's back. Yo,
Okay, so as I hit of course, my luck. I talk for all this time. Nobody wants to ask me any questions. Just when I hit the button, people want to start asking questions.
they want to know your Instagram.
Okay,
Dave wants to
is
know.
Bob's Blazers letter N vintage. Bob's Blazers N vintage. So people can find it. Can you find it? Did you see? I don't know if you.
Let me find it.
Yeah. So this way, if you want to know about some stuff, I know a lot about clothing.
Oh, yeah.
I've been selling. I used to waste money years ago on. That's yes, correct. Yeah. So anybody if they want to, clothing, whether it's measuring clothing, whether it's, if you want to know, is that a good brand? Is that a good this? Is that, how much to expect? I'm a little bit more, as far as price wise, like, I'm not saying I'm looking to quick flip, but I'm not one of the, as far as clothing, especially the higher end clothing, certain people like Ronnie, they try to get a little bit higher. I go in a little bit lower for my only, not a little bit, I don't mean a lot lower, but a little bit lower, because everybody has their own theories on the algorithms, and like I know Tommy always has his theories about the algorithm. Oh, whatever it is. My kind of take on it is that you get a lot of action in the beginning, so I don't want to price something way too high early, because for whatever reason, I mean, you would agree with that, Chris, right? Do you ever have items that get stale? Like you might list like three or four of this. You might list 3 or 4 of the same item that are basically the same, and you'll have like one sell the first day. The second day, you'll get like a few watchers on it. The third or fourth one, you'll get no action on. And then a few days later, that one of them sells, and then maybe the other one sells, and then there's another one that just gets sent to oblivion.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, well, wait a second, why did this one? It's just as nice as the other one. How, it just kind of like, fuck this. So it kind of, I don't know what the fuck I'm spitting out.
Right.
Yeah. It just kind of gets sent out into like some kind of oblivion, where you're like, why is this not? It's a decent item. Why is this not getting any action? And then you play the game like, oh, list and relist and this and that, which I understand. All right. So peace. All right.
All right. Thanks, man.
See you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. You're a gentleman.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. I'm pretty tuckered out. I'm gonna hit the hay, man. But appreciate you guys staying with me. Got some good stuff listed, so I'm happy about that. And thanks again in the chat. Appreciate you guys always, and hopefully I'll do another one of these later on. Don't worry. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be on Jody's channel for that Canadian Resellers Roundtable at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, other than that, I will see you guys later. Peace out, guys.